Alright, everyone, this is for part 2 of Lab 4, and there was one mistake in the lab that I overlooked. So I'm going to walk you through the steps really quick. So I've already got my 2 DEM tiles reprojected to UTM zone 18 north. So I'm going to start here at kind of part 2, step number 5. And so we're going to set our project CRS. Okay, so project properties, and then do 18 north, apply, okay, and then we can drag in both of those UTM values in there. So once we've got those in, we can go ahead and add our HUC8 boundaries as well, our NHD data. So if you have in your browser, if your folder looks like it's got a little zipper on it, okay, that's still zipped up. You can open this and you can try to add data from this, but it's not likely going to work very well. So you have to go find that folder on your computer and unzip it. And what you'll get is a new folder that looks like just a folder icon without the zipper on it. And so you open up that, you can open up the shape file or the shape folder here, and then go down to the WDHU8, okay, and we can drag that down in here. So there's our watershed boundaries. And for now, we can turn those off. Okay, and the thing that we want to do is, first is merge these 2 data sets. Okay, so in our processing toolbox, we can search for merge, okay, and what we're looking for is the GDAL library, the raster miscellaneous, and the merge. That should be towards the bottom of your processing toolbox. We can double click on that. In the input layers, okay, you click on the little ellipsis icon, the open icon, okay, and you can select both of those, hit the back button to get back to the tool. And then the one of the things that I changed in the lab is that we actually do want to assign a specified no data value to the output. Okay, so in this second no data, we're going to type in -9999. So minus and then 4 nines is a classic no data value. Okay, and then the rest we can leave the same. And then down at the bottom, we'll save the merged to a new file. Okay, and we'll call this one NED 13 Central Connecticut River. Okay, .tiff. Save. And then we'll hit run. Okay, so that's finished, so we can go ahead and close out that tool. If we turn off our 2 UTM tiles, okay, we should be left with our kind of solid merged DEM there. Okay, so now we actually want to select and clip by our mask layers. So if we turn on the WDDHU8 layer, okay, we can right click on that to get the attribute table. Okay, and the watershed we're looking for is the Black Ottaquiche. Okay, so you should be able to scroll down in the names column to find this Black Ottaquiche. We'll select the row number over here on the left to highlight that row. And then you should see in your map that watershed is highlighted in yellow there. So if you're highlighted in yellow there, you're good to go. Okay, and so what we can do now is search for if you just search for clip, you can find it under GDAL, raster extraction, clip raster by mask. Okay. And so we're going to use our input layer is our Central Connecticut River DEM. Our mask layer is our HU8 layer, and we want to say selected features only. And this was the mistake or the big mistake that was in the lab, is that the source CRS and the target CRS should actually be the same. And so in the updated Lab 4 directions, I've changed this. So we want both of these to be our project CRS. So they should both, source and destination should be UTM zone 18 north. Okay, and then the rest we can leave blank until the bottom where we have our clipped raster. We want to save that to a file. And I'm just going to shortcut this and just call this 180 or NED13 black.tiff. And then run that. Okay, so that's now run. And we can close that. And then if we turn off our watershed boundaries and our large DEM, you should be now left with that clip DEM to the that watershed boundary.